up, Sinner's Infinite Sin here. I'm back with another reaction through the album listens of Arirang. Hope you're enjoying all the videos that you've seen so far. Today is a new day. I am doing just one video today. If you haven't already caught on, I dropped 4 videos. This will be the last in the segment for the first few videos that I'm doing. We've listened to a few already, done reactions to a few already, and I've gone through quite a chunk of this list, and I am extremely tired because I'm doing Patreon stuff right now, and we're watching Begins Youth. So if you want to go check that out, you can go check out my Patreon, and I'll drop a link in the description below if you want to go look at that.
In the description.
If not, don't feel bad about it. Just hang out and chill. It's just something I'm doing on the side. So here's the list of the songs that we've already reacted to. We did Body to Body. We did Hooligan. We did an actual reaction to that. We did a listen through Aliens. If you watch that, you'll understand. I had a moment through that video where I realized some things and felt really bad just about being a reactor and my first look at the boys and stuff. I had quite a humbling moment. We did Fire, and we already did 2.0. We did an actual reaction to that one because it had a music video. And then I just listened to number 29. I was expecting it to be like a whole song, and did a whole intro and everything, and then it was just a gong, and I felt kind of dumb. But you know, still cool. We also did a reaction to Swim, the music video, so we don't have to do that one. So as it stands now, we've been through 7 of the 15 songs. We're almost halfway through. After this one, we will be halfway through. So we're going to do Merry Go Round. That's next on the list. I'm just going to click it to get it ready, and then have it on standby for when we do the lyric translation and analysis. If you're new here, what I like to do with album listens, and pretty much every video is, but with an album listen, since there's no video, we'll just do a listen through and do the vibe check on it and see how we like the sound of it, and then we'll go do the analysis of the lyrics to see if we actually relate to it, and to understand what that song is actually about, in the chance that there's some Korean words there that I don't know because I don't speak Korean. So it's nice to connect with the song and understand a little bit better, so I can truly tell you how I feel about it. So if you're down for that, cool. You can come along for the ride. If not, you can bounce after the vibe check, see what I think, and then be on your way. I hope everyone's having a great day. I hope you're enjoying all the videos that I'm releasing. There's a lot of work to be done. I still have to do all the editing as it stands now of these 4 releases or listen throughs that I've done, plus the editing of the episode 2 that we did on Patreon. So I got a lot of work ahead of me, and I'll be taking tomorrow off. So when you see all this drop, it'll be a day after. The next day I'm going to take a break, and then the day after I'm going to try to release the rest of them. So maybe 2 days, because editing takes a little while. So just bear with me and keep your eyes open, hit the notifications and all that stuff. You know how the spill goes. But I think I've talked enough now. Looks like I'm on 3 minutes, almost 4. So this is Merry Go Round. Let's do the vibe check.
Wish that I could tell you that it's over. I wish that I could walk away from pain.
Ooh.
My life is like a broken roller coaster, but maybe I'm the only one to blame. I can't get out this merry-go-round. It spins me around. I do my best, but I can't slow down this merry-go-round. I can't get off of this ride. I can't get off of this ride. This happens every time.
I love the sound.
어른이란 것 같은 기분이지만 고민은 뭐 여전하지. 매일
I'm loving it so far. Turn it up in my headphones. The hook, man. So my life is just going down, that's what he's saying. It's so chill, such a chill vibe.
Down, just round and round, I'm falling apart, still bound to the ground. 어쩔 수 없는 거에 손에 동심이 소리치잖아. 원 없이 타만큼 탔으니 please take me out. 순간은 not one, how bad is my coffin? 어쩜 이 세상은 거대한 caffeine.
Got very ballad vibes. Almost transcendent, but the tone's not the same. The morbidity in that note, dude. Alright, so Into the Sun, that's gonna be coming up. So I really like that. Let me turn this down because now I can hear my voice. All right, I really like that song. I thought that was pretty good. Like, I wasn't expecting. Let me put this down. I can't concentrate. I wasn't expecting there to be like a ballad coming up. I mean, I guess you know that. I mean, that makes sense. You know, we've listened. The last song we heard was like a club album. There hasn't really been anything too slow. I know Swim was before this, and that probably vibes in the tone and stuff. And so like that's cool. When I first heard like a broken roller coaster, the only thing I thought of was like I'm going down, and I think that's perspective. Like, you know, the glass half full kind of thing. You're gonna see it one way or you're gonna see it the other. And so I think when you listen to this song, without knowing any of the context, in this case the translation, you're just picking up off the sound. It's got kind of it had a morbid vibe at the end, but it was a melancholic. That's the word I'm looking for. It had like a melancholic vibe to it. And so at first I thought it was going to be like a transcendency type sound to it, right? Like a yeah, I guess transcendent is good. Something that you would, you know, listen to in the background vibe kind of thing going on. And for me specifically, I caught, you know, tones of like negativity and like broken roller coaster constantly going down. I'm the one to blame. I can't get off this ride, right? Like the person who's just beating himself up. But I could also see a broken roller coaster. A roller coaster goes up and down, right? A lot of noise going on outside. Hang on. Like a broken roller coaster either goes up or it goes down, but gravity can't, if it's broken, it can't go up. So in my mind, it's like the only way is down, right? Or it's not moving. Stagnant, I guess, is eventually it will get to a point where nothing's happening. And maybe that's a message. I don't know. I dug this song. I watched the Netflix concert, and out of all the songs that were sung at the Netflix concert, my favorite was Like Animals. So I'm really excited to get to that. But then think the reason I liked it so much is because it was a ballad, or at least it had tones of a ballad. It wasn't as hype as the other songs, and I'm a sucker. If you know me, I'm a sucker for a ballad. So in this instance, I appreciated that. I'm gonna move this over here so that I can have a little face light. In this instance, it's nice to hear a change in tone, right? And I'm curious to see what the analysis is. I really like this. I think it's gonna be an interesting read through on the analysis part. So I'm gonna go ahead and head over there. And if you want to tag along, follow me. We'll figure out what this song's about. If not, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you when I see it. So give me just a second. All right, I've got the lyrics pulled up, and we're gonna check this out and see what this is all about. I'm actually gonna pull the music video over to the left because, like, I really appreciated when we did the listen through as we were reading. It really helped me out. I know I used to do that in the past, but I just, since this is an album listen and stuff, we don't have to have it up on the screen. We'll just stop and click whenever we don't know what's going on. So let's give this another listen through and read as we go. And this is the organ, like, sounds like a funeral, right? Hang on. Before we get cracking, this was done by Sam Homai. I hope I said that right. Sarah Aarons, Kevin Parker. Written by Sam Homai, Sarah Aarons, Gregory Alday Payne, Kevin Parker, RM Sugar J Hope, Derek Milano, and P Dog. Okay. Now we got that part done. It's just that, like, you're just falling like a leaf. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's constantly going in circles. I got something to say, I'm just reading. Okay, so we're gonna pause it there, and go over this real quick. It's not a lot to say, but, like, I do have a perspective on this, so I wish that I could tell you that it's over, right? I wish that I could walk away from pain. My life's like a broken roller coaster, but maybe I'm the only one to blame, right? And it's just like, life sucks. Something's happened. It's unbearable. Wish that I could tell you that it's over. You know, you wish that you, like, when you're going through something, you wish you could see the end to the dismay, to the torture, to the pain, to the sorrow, whatever it may be. But, you know, we wish that you could walk away from that pain, but you can't, right? My life is like a broken roller coaster. I'm headed down, right? Maybe I'm the only one to blame. You get to that last line, it says, like, maybe I'm the only one to blame for this. Like, is this all my fault? And I relate to that in the sense that, like, when things go wrong or I can't get something done, I immediately blame myself for lack of ability to do the thing that I set out to do, or the ability to be the person that I set out to be for another person or for myself in general, right? Like, the first person that I go to at fault is me, right? I was like, oh, couldn't do it. I know I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that, right? Maybe I should have made this choice instead of that choice. And it's super hard to deal with that kind of mentality. It could, because it doubles along the lines of being a perfectionist, right? You always want to do the best. You always want to prove to people that you're capable. You always want to, you know, do the right thing. You always want to be successful. You always want to, you know, be the best person, be the best thing, be the best at what you do. or you always want to be the one who's right, or you always want to be the, we want to know everything. We want people to trust in us so much that when things go wrong, it feels like we're the reason they went wrong, even if we're not the reason. We can do everything right, and if it still ended up bad, it would be our fault, right? If you make bad decisions, let's do the other side of this coin. If you make bad decisions, then you're just constantly leading yourself into the point of no return. Like you're digging a hole, essentially, right? Like, how do you dig out of a hole when you feel like you've dug so far? And I think that's hard, man. I mean, you should never forget that no hole is too deep to dig yourself out of, to a degree. Like, we all know the limitations of that, and like criminally and just like how far gone. And I think that this is like, mentally for me, it's like, this is about depression. Just hearing the first part of the hook, right? Is that I can't get off this merry-go-round. It spins me around. I do my best, but I can't slow down this merry-go-round. And so this is, I can't get off this merry-go-round. It spins me around, right? You just keep going in circles. And it's like, no matter what I do, I can't seem to like break this loop of like sadness, or maybe failure, or just negative actions. You're just constantly, you can't catch a break. That's kind of where that's going. I said, I can't get off this ride. I can't get off this ride. I try. This happens every time. So you see the I try, right? Like, I'm trying. Now, there's two separate ways to say I'm trying, like you're literally putting forth the effort. And then you've got the other side where it's like, you're just telling people you're trying. And those people who are always like, a million things happen to them, but they don't take any accountability at the fact that they might actually be the reason that they're happening, right? And then you've got, the other people who are like, they take the accountability. Oh man, I gotta do better, right? Like, and then they try. So it's like, it could be either or here at this point. So the Korean language that the part that I didn't understand, we're gonna read through this. So, before I play it, I want to read through it. Though I feel like I've become an adult, the worries in me are the same. In the same daily life, like a carousel, like a hamster wheel, it's all the same. Questions without answers, sprinting within a labyrinth. Everyone smiling, pretending it's all right. Everyone. As a double entendre means all. However, it's a mimetic word for the action sound of running fast, sprinting. This really hits home. Like, it doesn't hit me enough to bring me to tears, but I have the same worry every single day. I was literally just talking to my mother about this. Though I feel like I've become an adult, the worries in me are the same. In the same daily life, like a carousel, like a hamster wheel, it's all the same. When I was a teenager and I was going through school, it seemed like the routine was just like killing me, and I was doing a lot, and it didn't change when I became an adult. It just became something else, that I was still doing the same things, but it was just in another way, right? I saw an interesting video today saying, how you have to do chores, the millennials. If you're a millennial here, I don't know, maybe some of the Gen Z, Gen A people here do the same thing, but like, my mom used to make me do chores to get my allowance, right? And sometimes that I couldn't leave the house and go play with my friends until I got all my chores done. And the effect on me now that had then is different, but it's still the same. So it's not so I can go out and play with my friends. It's so I can relax. And the fact is that I was trained to do that, to where I can't go play until I have everything done. And now I can't relax because I always feel like there's something else I need to be doing. Right? And so it's the same, even though it's changed, but it's the same. It didn't change. You know what I mean? So questions without answers, sprinting within a labyrinth. In this case, I know my context wasn't what this is talking about, but like in this case, you're spinning within a labyrinth. It's like a void, right? questions without answers. And there's things that I wonder every day. And you know, my parents are elderly. My mom is a double cancer survivor, and my dad has Alzheimer's. And every day I wake up and I wonder if yesterday was the last time I get to speak to them. You know, and it sucks. I hate waking up like that. But it's a thought in my head every time I leave the house. Anytime I go to bed, it's always a worry. And sometimes I go to their room just to make sure they're still there, you know. And I know that when they're gone, I'm probably still going to do that. And I'll walk past the room and hope to see them and stuff. So everyone's smiling, pretending it's all right. Everyone. The world's messed up, bro. There's a lot going on in different countries and stuff. But I think to some degree, we're all just tired of the grind. And we're all just tired of being an adult. And then like dealing with problems. I don't know when that became a thing. Maybe like during COVID, when I was first starting out, we were all just hanging out at home and got a taste of the good life. Some of us were working from home, you know, some of us didn't do anything. Some of us found new passions. Some of us found new skills. I don't know about you, but COVID was like a real big self-discovery time for me. And I really enjoyed it because I was with you guys. And then when I had to go back to the real world, it just didn't seem real. You know, it felt like a prison or having to do a chore. You know? All right, so let's go through that. Sorry, I'm talking a lot, but I'm really connecting with this. And that's the sound of the sprinting. The thump, 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 thump. Sounds like a knock more than it does a sprint, but it's so beautiful. This is a really pretty song.
Down, just round and round, I'm falling apart, still bound to the ground. 어쩔 수 없는 곳에서 내 동심이 소리치잖아. 원 없이 타만큼 탔으니 please take me out. 순간은 나.
Okay, so I like this part. It adds to the context. It is more or less the same vibe, but some little bit of like extra to help us relate, you know. Spinning up, down, just round and round. I'm falling apart, still bound to the ground. Right, stuck in an unstoppable treadwheel. My young innocent self shouts out that I have ridden it as much as I wanted, so please take me out, Ma. That's just it, man. It's just I'm tired of the grind. Stuck in an unstoppable treadmill. You know, when I would work at jobs, I'd always like, I don't know about the rest of you guys. Some people they work at a place and they love what they do. And at first I'm always like that. But then like once I wouldn't say mastered, but like once I'm used to everything and in the routine, and like that means the ups and the downs and having to deal with the good and the bad. And a lot of the time, sometimes it's my fault. Sometimes it's just a bad day and everybody who comes in sucks. Right. And now I'm forced into this like routine when I'm home. It's like the real world. I'm doing projects for my mom and dad, and I'm taking care of things, and like I'm helping out where I can, and I'm looking for a job, right? Putting all my work out there and doing job applications and not getting anything back. And when I get something back, they're like, sorry, we chose someone else, but we really liked your application. And that's hard to deal with, man. When I was in school, there was a lot of stuff that got pushed aside. I didn't have to work, and my job was to take care of my parents and to do well in school. And I accomplished those goals with flying colors. And I came up with a lot of stuff that I can't wait to show you whenever we get to the lives in July. You're going to love them. A lot of funny things that I did, a lot of cool looking things too. I can't wait to show you guys, share all that with y'all. My young innocent self shouts out. That's the line right there. That I've written it as much as I wanted. You ever just go home or wake up, or you got to pay bills, or you got to do this, or you got to do that, and you're just like, why can't I just be a kid again? Why can't I just be a kid again? Like, we didn't know how good we had it when we had it. You know what I mean? And people used to tell me that. I was like, I can't wait to grow up. People, don't you ever say that.
Gee, I can't wait till I go to hikes. Well,
don't you say that. Don't you ever say that. Stay here. Stay as long as you can.
Right? Cherish it as long as you can. And we just didn't know. Man, I vibe with that so much. Ooh, that was a tough one. Okay, my bed is my coffin. My bed is my coffin. It's the only time you get peace, right? It's just like, and the only time you get peace is when you're dead to the world, right? When you're sleeping. Perhaps my world is huge amounts of caffeine. It's mine. I drink too much stuff that isn't water just to stay awake. I have a cup of coffee in the morning. I have a soda in the evening, and then I drink a mess load of tea. Like, I love sweet tea, so like I literally, coffee is my intake. I very rarely drink water unless I'm like really hot or like working or exercising. Working outside's been good. You know, we live in Texas. It's super hot here. I'm working in a storeroom with no air conditioning, trying to clean it up, and I'm sweating buckets every day. So I've been drinking water, which has been a serious change for me. I'm not usually drinking water. Those that know me before, you know I'm not a huge fan of water, but my body does crave it from time to time, especially when I'm hot. So I rely on caffeine, especially when I was going to school, pull all nighters. Like right now it's 2 a.m. because I've got a glass of sweet tea. It's just more caffeine. And then chocolate. Chocolate's a big bugaboo for me. Dark chocolate specifically. I really like dark chocolate. Go to you every day to die. Right? Put that, say I go to my, let's just insert the word, like I go to my job every day to die, or I go to that place every day to die, right? It doesn't have to be a job. It could be just like life, right? It could be something you don't like. Can't I turn off my dream? Oh, wait, no. It says, I go to you every day to die. I go to my bed every day to die. Can't I turn off my dream? I'm dancing a dance I can't stop. I think about how I shouldn't be thinking. Yeah, I'll do that a lot. RM has been candid about his struggle with severe insomnia during his military service, recalling that he once went 78 hours without sleep. He explained that an endless stream of thoughts kept him from falling asleep. Although he had largely recovered by the time he was discharged, he still felt anxious at the thought of going to bed each night and having to face 3 to 4 hours of waiting before finally falling asleep. And it's like a hell-like experience. Round and round, round and round are you happy? Please smile until the end. I can't tell you how many times I had an assignment due and I put months of time into it, and I would spiral out of control and beat myself up before I even turned it in. And a lot of times I wanted to give up and not be there anymore, not do that thing anymore. And there were so many people. There were specifically a few people, my mom, my girlfriend, a lot of my friends, at school would see my work, and I would always feel guilty for talking to them about it because it felt, when you receive praise and you feel guilty for receiving praise, like you can't take a compliment, right? I have a huge problem with that, and I haven't been trying to improve on it, but I've always been the type of person that I feel like I don't deserve good things. And I went through that a lot. And I think in RM's case, he was probably thinking about, like, let's combine the military experience, the fact that, they run drills like crazy. So he's probably like, if I go to bed, I'm just going to wake up in an hour because somebody's going to come in banging trash can lids together or something like that, right? But also the outside world, like, is it still going to be the same whenever you come back? Is it still going to be, are people still going to know you? I went through that before I even recorded my first video. This run on the album listens has been the first run of, like, videos where I haven't, like, had to stop every 5 seconds to think about what I was going to say, because I've been so nervous to be back in front of the camera. And did anybody still like this kind of stuff? Are y'all still here? Like, all the things. Like, I went through a ton of stuff, so I can relate to that. I can definitely relate to that. Are you happy? Round and round, are you happy? No, nobody's happy being stuck, right? And then that morbid ending. It's almost like a fake smile. You know what I mean? I like this song. I think it's really good. I really can relate to it. Don't let yourself get stuck, man. No matter what it is, if it's at a job, or don't let the bad day destroy you, or don't get caught in a routine that you can't get out of, because, man, that is equivalent to hell as it can get in the waking world, right? And then my only escape through the work is sleep, right? Like, you're constantly go. The only escape you get is the few hours of sleep that you get, and you might not even get enough of that. If you're like me, like, I'm up till all hours of the night. I get up at 11. When I was going to school, I got up at 11 every day, and since I've been off and looked for jobs, I'm still, no matter what time I go to bed, I get up at the same time every day, unless I'm visiting the girlfriend. Then she makes me get up at like 6 and 7 and 8, so that I can enjoy the day and spend time with the family and stuff. And I don't know, it's don't get stuck. It's somebody had said that to me when I was leaving. I was living out in my apartment, and before I moved out, I went and saw my friends one last time, and my buddy I was telling him about all the stuff I was going to be doing, and how excited I was, and like how much I hated the fact that I had to move, and I was only going to be out here a couple of years. And the only thing he said to me was, don't get stuck. And I didn't know what the hell he meant. Part of my language. I was like, stuck. And he's like, yeah, don't get stuck there. Like, do what you got to do and move on to the next thing. That may be good, that may be bad, but like, handle your business and then keep going. And I think that's in all aspects. It's not just about work. It's about like life, your mood, all the stuff, like your day. If you're having a bad day, just get through it and start the next one tomorrow, right? You've made it through 100% of your bad days. I've always said that to you guys. And tomorrow is a new start, right? You just start. You may have a bunch of shit piled onto you, but like, there's no reason why you can't wake up and try to do it over, So I really love this song. This was a really good listen through. And I like this. I want to put this on my playlist. so far our listen through has been really cool. It's been up and down, very much like a roller coaster, not merry-go-roundish, right? We haven't been going in circles this whole time. It's been an experience. We've had a lot of upbeat things to say, and we've had a lot of realizations that weren't so upbeat, and I've enjoyed this so far. I've made this 35 minutes, guys. This wasn't even a music video, so I'm sorry for speaking. I hope you connected with this and enjoy it. If not, I apologize for rambling on. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I've still got an episode to watch for Patreon, and then I gotta do some editing, and that'll continue on into tomorrow. So when you guys see all these drops, just know I'm gonna be taking a day off. All right, but I hope you enjoy the content that's out there, and I'll see you guys on the next go round of the listen throughs. And I hope you're enjoying yourself and appreciating this ride along with me. So I'm gonna get out of here though. It's late. So I love you guys. Y'all stay safe, stay healthy. I'll check you guys later.